Anthony, thank you so much for joining us this morning on the LITE Breakfast.
Hi, Bel and JD. Thank you for having me here.
Well, I mean, we've read that the hotel industry has been hit hard by COVID-19 and the MCO, and the local hotel industry has actually laid off about 4% of its employees as of March last month. What measures have your hotel taken to offset overhead costs at your hotel?
Well, first and foremost, I'm actually very happy and grateful to share that in my hotel, Best Western iCity Shah Alam, all of us are still employed at this point of time. Yep. So there's no laid off, there's no forced annual leave and such like that. Yep. So of course, being hit globally, Best Western Hotels and Resort has first of all offered us a reduction in their fees, their monthly fees. Yep,
Okay.
that's a lot. And also we're talking to our various service providers to renegotiate the contract, and the commitment for this, at least for the next 3 months. Yeah, so that basically helps a lot. Yeah. And also with the initiative and from the government side, that is also a big help for us.
Okay. I hear that you're still working right now, right? You're still at work, but with minimum staff?
Yes.
What is the roster like?
Basically, we have actually closed down most of the floors, the vacant rooms, and whichever remaining guests, we are putting them on 1 or 2 floors. And we have also shortened the operational hours for the food and beverage, which means the kitchen, the restaurant is going to be closed by 2 p.m. Yeah.
Oh, I see.
So the roster will be very minimal, as in the staff is also will be taking days off on a rotational basis.
Okay. What's your occupancy rate at this moment? Do you even have anyone staying at the hotel at this moment?
Well, currently down to about single-digit occupancy here.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
And are they mostly locals or tourists?
Not tourists, but foreigners, because of some of the corporate guests that are still staying with us.
Ah, okay. The long-term guests, is it?
Yes, yeah.
Ah, okay. So they won't get as many room service or laundry and those kinds of things, or is all these things still ongoing?
Laundry is still ongoing. Room service is actually minimized by about 2 p.m. But if they want to have anything else after 2 p.m., we do have snack pack available at the lobby.
I'm sure the hotel is also doing a lot of like cost-cutting measures. Like you said, you've closed up several floors, right? You only opened several floors. What other measures have you done to keep your costs to a minimum?
Well, with the closed floors, we actually save on the air condition, lighting, and when the kitchen is closed, we save on exhaust system and so on. Yeah. So this is the major cost for the hotel.
So when you look at, you're part of a bigger group as Best Western. Was there some kind of directive from the parent company or from HQ or whatever that said that you guys have to maintain a certain thing? Is it across the board?
No, because for our hotel in Malaysia, we're under the franchise program, not a managed hotel. So we are actually basically run by the owners itself. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it's not under the Best Western HQ where there's a directive for everybody.
No. Yeah.
I see. Now, what is the long-term plan for now for your hotel to bounce back after MCO, after COVID-19? Is there a plan?
I think to bounce back, we should be talking about short-term or immediate plan. Yeah. Of course, the long-term plan still remains as the hotel to be experiential and also personalized. That's our long-term plan from day one. Now, to bounce back, the immediate measures that we have already taken as of now is to revisit our key accounts client, to talk to them to see, because now some certain industries have been able to operate back again. So there could be people traveling, they need rooms and stuff like that. So we're going back to the key account clients to see what are their needs now. As much as we are being hit, I'm sure they are being hit as well. So we are asking them to talk to them to see what is their need now, how can we help them to help each other, yeah, to go back to the level of support and the familiar sense that we used to have once. Of course, the rate agreement or the rate factor will be a big point now. So that's why we're going back to them with special offers on a case-by-case basis here. And besides that, also, like we have just shared, we are going to adapt to the new norm, the new way of operating, even though when MCO is being lifted, for example, your social distancing, how does it affect the check-in process? How does it affect your capacity in the coffee house, your meeting rooms? If you want able to fit 100 packs now, could be lesser. And even internal staff, maybe the kitchen operation, there must be some form of distance between one another. So it's going to be a whole new game that we're going to be looking at.
It's going to be a new normal, right? A lot of people say even after MCO is lifted. Yeah.
No handshake, just a salam way of greeting.
So when you look at things like this now with the new norms and whatever, we've been having trouble since probably right up to the end of 2019 and until now. It's a couple of months. These couple of months, probably another couple of months we'll have to take to get into recovery. How does the end of 2020 look like for you? Can you recoup whatever you've lost in these few months in just at the end of the year, or is this going to be a few years that you need to replan everything?
I think most of the forecasting currently can't be seen for the next, can't be seen beyond 3 months because we don't know what is it going to be. There are several school of thoughts. First school of thought, I'm sure you have heard about vengeance spending or revenge spending, right? So people who are sick and tired of being locked up, once it's being lifted, they just go and boom. That's what we're hoping for. Or even if so, there could be some certain social distancing or people who are wary of going out yet. So we are prepared for a few scenarios. If it's going to be a boom, of course, everyone is going to be happy. If it's going to be taking it slowly and very cautiously, I guess by the end of this year, it would be at the most break even.
So
there's no
can
loss
break even
just yet.
At the end of the year, but
right, because we are not a very big hotel, and with very not that many staff, and our costs are being kept to the minimum. So yeah.
JD,
when you look at other hotels, like if they're part of a bigger chain, is that better to be part of a bigger chain of hotels, or is it better to just be on your own? Because looking at the hospitality industry as a whole, is it better to have that support from your sister companies maybe?
I can't speak on behalf of bigger hotels, but I guess in such a crisis time, right, it's all down to how you run it, how you manage on your own. Yeah, it's about survival now. It's about staying afloat. Yeah.
Okay. Now, we believe that a lot of hotels, actually local hotels, have been asked to become quarantine hotels, for people coming back from abroad, Malaysians coming back from abroad. Has Best Western been approached, and whether or not, what was the decision? Yeah. Or how do you need to apply to be these quarantine hotels?
We are also part of the list of to be a quarantine hotel. Yeah, I guess first of all, it is it's a CSR program where we're supposed to help out, right? And also secondly, for a very valid reason, we need to have the revenue in. Yeah.
So is it like people have been asking, so it's 150 ringgit a room, they pay you or they pay the government, and is it more than that, or is it just standard 150?
150, the government pays.
Right.
So it is revenue. So it is revenue for the hotel, right? So you are in the list right now, but it's just that you don't have any quarantine guests yet at this moment, or?
Wait for our turn, yeah.
Oh, wait for your turn. Oh, okay.
How much does 150 cover for a hotel like yours?
Nothing much, to be very honest. Yeah.
Does it cover costs at least?
Cost, yes, of course. Yeah.
Which is why you're saying at the end of the year, as long as you break even, you should be quite happy.
Right.
How hard is it to apply to be a quarantine hotel?
It's not hard, but some of the part of the criteria is that they need to have hotel with large inventory, large number of rooms. Yeah.
And do they come over and so what?
Yeah.
you have to provide rooms for medical staff, security staff, and so on, or no?
That details we have yet to know, but the PDRM, the police, the KKM, the Ministry of Health will be here to do an inspection to actually see and survey the site. Yeah.
Right. And then to clean up the place, to disinfect the place, is it under you that you have to pay for it, or it's under KKM?
Hotel will have to clean it up at the end of the day. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it's quite a lot of work for the hotel as well, for very minimal revenue.
Yeah.
But at least you have work to do, I guess, in that sense. Yeah.
You know, yeah.
All right. How have you, Anthony, been personally impacted by this whole COVID-19 and MCO on a personal level?
It is not a very high vibrational feeling, you know, walking into a hotel where it's absolute silence and there's no guests, you know. Of course, I certainly miss the interaction and engagement with the guests, the staff, and so on. Yeah. But I guess this is a lesson for all of us. Well, that we're all equal, like everyone is saying, right? Yeah. And again, we have to adapt and change. And this is definitely the longest break in my 20 years career.
It's a good break, I guess. Just relax. Yeah.
Have your staff spoken to you about maybe a higher level staff, whoever you're in contact with? Have they spoken to you about how they feel? Are they eager to start work again? Mentally, how are they?
Yes. Well, I mean, those workaholic type would tell me that they can't stay at home; they'll go crazy, you know. Yeah, and we do have HODs who come to work almost every day. Yeah.
So there are a lot of struggling businesses out there. You're considered to be quite okay. I suppose at the end of the day, you can actually break even. But there are a lot of businesses struggling out there. What is your advice to them at this time?
I guess there's no rocket science that first of all we have to minimize our costs, you know, just to stay afloat. But most importantly is to be creative. Like for our industry, if the guests can't come to us, let's try to go to the guests. You know, we're going to be in a Ramadan month in a matter of weeks' time, yeah? And this is going to be interesting because this is the first time in my whole career that we are not going to do Ramadan buffet.
How big an impact is that?
Huge, because for the month of Ramadan, the room sales will be very low due to minimized traveling. So the big part of the revenue will come from the Ramadan buffet. So that we can't do that, or we're not going to do that now. And we're going to do Ramadan delivery, or we can send, you know, and so on and so forth. So it could be very interesting, but it is a new way. We are forced to adapt to new ways of generating revenue. If the guests can't come to us, we try to go to them. And also, secondly, we have to be fluid when it comes to changes, especially digitally. You know, not everybody's going to sell online. You know, social digital marketing, so on and so forth. So that is what we have to be able to do, to be fluid, to maintain relevant in the industry. We can't say, no, I will have my buffet, and the guests will come. I guess that's going to, that's not going to happen here. You know.
Okay. Now, what is your message to your customers, like your loyal customers?
Our doors still going to be open whenever you're ready, you know, with the same familiar faces and also smile. And in the meantime, if you miss the hotel food, visit our Facebook, you know, for details on how to order our Ramadan set meals. Yeah.
Are you doing any deliveries right now, or is it just for Ramadan at this moment?
With all the major delivery like Foodpanda and Grab, you know, all this while, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All this while, you guys had this delivery, food delivery from your hotel?
Yes.
Ah, okay.
All right. So I suppose at the end of it all, you're hoping that MCO ends this at the end of the month.
Yeah.
And are you gonna be, because you've been at home a lot? Are you eager to get back to work, or are you gonna take a nice long holiday as well?
No, it's enough. Yeah.
Well, the worry now is that even though MCO is lifted, people might still be a bit wary about
Yeah.
contracting the virus, because
Yeah.
as we know, MCO, once it's lifted, it doesn't mean that the virus is at zero already, Yeah. So
On
I'm
our
sure
part,
you're taking some precautions as well once MCO is lifted.
yeah.
Do you have a new standard operating procedure, SOP, for after the MCO is lifted?
Yeah, we are already planning now on how the SOP is going to be when it gets checks in, the social distancing part, the cafe capacity, the meeting room capacity. Yeah, even though people may come back, but I think we have to be convincing enough to show to the market, to our clients, that we actually value your health, and we're doing this, for the sake of everybody.